Good evening, everybody. Some Dumb Guy here. Once again, I'm riding solo this time. No furry, feathered companions or the like. A little follow-up, and I got a second last-minute haul from Kino Lorber on their spring into summer sale. Decided that sale was just too good to not swoop in and grab one last batch of titles. I decided to go through my wish list, everything that was on sale, grabbed the absolute cheapest of the bunch, kept the last order under 100 titles, and ended up with 6 movies. Complete blind buy purchase this time. I haven't seen a single title that I received, so it's gonna be fun exploration. Already started watching my last batch. Those of you that watched, the 4 of you, I think, that watched my last video for my Kino haul, I picked up Yellow Sun, which was a 1948 Western with Gregory Peck, and enjoyed that quite a lot. I thought that was really well made. Surprised for the time just how many real settings that were used. Nowhere near as much studio fakery as I was expecting for the time period. Green screen of the time, as it were. A lot of just outdoor wilderness type stuff filmed in Death Valley. So I was really impressed with that. Great transfer, really good film. Yeah, like that one a lot, and looking forward to further explorations. But without further ado, let us dive in, shall we? Oh, I am on a bit of another exploration kick. I keep saying that I'm on the exploration kicks, but I'm like exploring so many different facets right now. It's kind of unbelievable. But last year I picked up the Missing in Action trilogy from Chuck Norris that Kino put out, and I hadn't seen those in a lot of years. Grabbed those in the full set and had fun with them. They're complete nonsensical as a trilogy. Putting them together, they don't really work, but individually, good times. Enjoyed those. So that put me in a little bit of a mood for Chuck Norris exploration. So looking through Kino's site, adding to my wish list, basically every Chuck Norris title I can find, which I've been doing also with Charles Bronson and a few others that we'll get into maybe in the future. But first title I picked up, got another good deal on that, Code of Silence. This is a 1985 title. New slipcover, but that's okay because, as you know, those of you who watched, I love their spines, the pure simplicity of them. They look beautiful on a shelf. I will cover that someday. And title number 2, another Blu-ray, this time 1978. Ooh, this is really one of his earliest roles, I think. Slipcover this time, Blu-ray. Good Guys Wear Black. How about that? Learn something every day. So, yeah, looking forward to checking this one out. Know nothing about either of these titles. I think I read a synopsis on the 2 of them when I checked out, but didn't really care that much because I'm going to get them anyway. And continuing on my classic Western exploration, another Blu-ray here, Lee Van Cleef, and a slipcover, Death Rides a Horse. That's good of him. Is Lee Van Cleef death? I guess we shall find out. I like Lee Van Cleef. I've seen him in a few things over the years. And number 4, we have another Western, 1973. I got this one specifically for one reason. It's called The Man Called Noon, Blu-ray, no slipcover, but I got it because it stars Richard Crenna. And it occurred to me when I came across this one, I've never seen a Richard Crenna title, I don't think, outside of the Rambo films. And I thought, you know what, it might be cool when I'm already doing my Western thing to see something else, what he does outside of that Rocky franchise, or Rocky Rambo. So there he is. Can't quite get that to focus, but Mr. Crenna, like that guy. At least I did in Rambo. Okay, this one I got for one reason and one reason alone. It starred the happy couple from a beautiful Italian movie. Came out, Oscar winner, I think it was 99 or 2000. And you probably will reckon this one, 1994. Same couple starring. I don't like the artwork here. Monster, Robert Benigni, and his wife, I believe, Nicoletta Braschi. I believe she also played his wife in, is it A Beautiful Life? I believe the title was called. Great, great movie. Heartwarming and funny at the same time. Haven't been able to find a decent release for that. I'm actually kind of surprised with its popularity in the day that hasn't been given more attention with its Oscar win and everything else. Life is Beautiful, that's what it was called. I apologize. So yeah, this was also directed by Robert Benigni. I believe Life is Beautiful also was. So I thought it might be nice to check out some other title from him. I would also like to collect everything I can from this particular actor. This is from 1973. This is a Kino classic title. Wasn't aware of that when I purchased it, and for reasons I'll get into in a moment. This one is Rhinoceros, Gene Wilder. Love the guy. I'm looking to collect all his stuff. And then Zorro Mostel. I don't know who he is, but he's featured prominently on the cover as well. Obviously another comedy, because that's what Gene Wilder does. So always happy with Mr. Wilder. He's always entertaining. But the whole Kino Classics thing, I think I covered in my last Kino's video. I'm not a huge fan of their spines. I wish that they would be more thematic, like they are with everything else they do. You know, you've got your standard spines artwork there, very consistent. And then you have the Kino Classic line, which even amongst themselves, I have a couple of Kino Classic titles. Another one up yonder on my shelf. There's no consistency at all with these. They don't, even within themselves, don't go together. So if you wanted to separate on your shelf and do what I do and go, okay, well, here's all your standard slips, or I should say artwork or whatever, non-slip cover. Put those together, put all your slip covers together. You still maintain a consistency there within those. And then you get these guys. And no matter how many of these you get, no matter how many you put together, they just don't flow. And I'm really disappointed with Kino. And it's probably the only thing about them that I am not a fan of what they do. And it'd be nice if they changed that, but at this point there's probably no reason to, because it's all haphazard. And introducing some consistency now wouldn't fly too well. But anyway, so what I say, 6 titles. Those are them. Fun times ahead for exploration. I don't know, maybe I'll start doing some reviews for some of these blind buys that I go with, because I tend to do a lot of them, and I think that as we all discover random new titles that are worth our time and attention, that maybe we should be sharing those with each other, kind of like under the radar hidden gem recommendations that we can share amongst each other. Which I'm thinking just one random movie that I would like to do a video on, maybe a review of some kind in the future. It's a movie that really deserves a lot of attention. I'm not going to name it now, but it's a title that I really wish Kino would get their hands on, because it's still stuck on DVD and it deserves an upgrade. It deserves more love. It deserves more attention, with a focus put on it. Big spotlight. Yeah. So anyway, we'll go over that someday in the future. So anyway, once again, thank you for joining me on this little adventure. Hope to see you again for the next one. Some dumb time, some dumb channel. I am some dumb guy, and y'all have a pleasant evening. Thank you.